Making connection live.
Hey, you guys! Welcome to Caroline's Table. I'm Caroline Summers. We're making some really delicious meat tonight because I realized I hadn't made you guys a great steak, and we happen to be celebrating that we're coming up on Labor Day, which is happy and sad because those of us who really love summer, it signals the end of summer and like starting back at responsibilities and things, but it's such a great time of the year to have great grilling recipes and great menus like that. So one of my favorite things to make in warm weather when you don't really want to be cooking is a skirt steak. And this is a really great value cut of meat. And it has like these nice open grains that really just soak in marinade. And I happen to love skirt steak. So I'm going to quickly get it marinated for you because I usually let this marinate 4 to 6 hours, sometimes overnight. But I wanted to do the whole thing for you inside of 1 hour. So as I do, I prepare for a day or two. I chop everything. I have 2 assistants. And then I come on and I make it look like you can do all of this in 1 hour. So I do have my niece Grace with me today. And I have Lua, who is a new assistant that's working with us, and she's been amazing. And in fact, Lua just graduated from college today. She just got her notice.
Woohoo!
So congratulations to Lua. So they're going to be taking pictures and following along. My husband Bruce, as some of you know, is in Rome with his dad, just having the cutest time. They're sending me pictures. They just FaceTimed me from Trevi Fountain, and it's really a sweet time. Bruce's dad is 82 and he's never been to Italy. So Bruce took him on a trip, and he's showing him all the sights, and it's really wonderful. He said August everything closes in August. So he said it's not as crowded. I mean, it's hot, very, very hot. But he said it's kind of nice that they don't have as much of the crowds. So the first thing I'm going to do is just fork the meat to make it even more tender and let that marinade absorb. And then I'm just going to salt it on both sides. The meat, guys, is my new box from Herd and Grace. It is my So Long Summer box. And I'm going to show you everything that's in this box. I'm super excited about this one, because it has a couple of new things that I have never cooked for you before, and I'm very excited about that. But today, I have cooked skirt steak for you, but you don't have the full recipe. So I'm going to get this all done, and then, as always, it'll be posted on my Substack over the weekend, and you can make this yourself. So let's get to it. We are going to, this is a pretty simple marinade. I don't measure, but I have the measurements for you guys. But we are going to start the marinade with olive oil, not your finishing oil, but a good quality extra virgin olive oil. Hey, fly. You're not invited. Okay, so we're going to add the olive oil. Then we're going to add tamari or soy sauce. And it's why I don't have to oversalt too much, because I have this nice salty. Tamari just doesn't have the soy in it, so my children can eat it. Tamari, Worcestershire sauce. I, again, have a gluten-free one. Remind me next time we go to the store, I need Worcestershire sauce, because now I'm using the end of it.
Copy that.
Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Tabasco, about that much. And I'm going to add dry mustard powder. And then I need garlic. So I'm going to add like 3 cloves of garlic. Is that what I'm adding? 5 cloves of garlic.
Ooh.
Okay. So I have these are nice fatties. These are good ones. So I'm going to just mince these, and the first time I've seen garlic that has been nice and fresh and doesn't have that green spout in it. Listen, if you're using garlic from a jar, I don't judge you. Food's just not going to taste as good. But it does. I mean, listen, I understand if you need to cut corners. If you can't find the time to get those last few things fresh and using a little shortcut hack like that, if that helps you to eat something that you prepared, as opposed to getting takeout or going out to eat, then go for it. But it does, especially with garlic, it really does make a difference when you peel it. And it doesn't, it doesn't take that long. It feels like a chore, but it's pretty fast. It's not too bad. And I do think this is one of the things where the flavor is important. Okay, so this is my marinade. And we're just going to smoosh it around here. You can do the marinade in the container first and mix it all together, which just makes sure all of your flavors are combined, but you get the idea. This is super simple. So you're going to put this in the refrigerator. Well, I'm not going to, because I'm going to cook it in an hour. And one thing that's really important with your meat, you want to make sure that your meat is not too cold when you cook it. So at least have it out for a half an hour, but an hour is fine. Because the temperature of your meat by the time you put it on that hot surface really makes a difference in how the meat seizes up. And you can see this is an outside skirt steak, which is the butcher's cut. So it's much better than the inside skirt steak. Look at these long strips here. So this is super, super tasty. This one that I'm bringing to you today from Herd and Grace is a 100% grass-fed piece of meat. And, cows are supposed to eat grass. That's what steer grew up eating. We changed all that and started giving them corn because corn fattens up cows and it makes the meat taste really good. But a cow who is able to eat their grass, what the finer meat companies do is they'll barley finish them when you want to get that marbling and that flavor. But this is the healthiest way to eat meat. So it also matters, where your meat comes from. So this I'm going to set aside, and she is ready to go over here. And I'm going to just take a minute before we make the chimichurri to tell you what is in the So Long Summer. Oh, it makes me cry. So long summer, but you still have a lot of season of grilling left. So here is what you get. This is the Cape Grim outside skirt steak. So all the meat that you saw in that container is what you get in here. This doesn't look like a lot of meat, but when you see it taken out, it is quite a bit of meat. It's 12 to 14 ounces per package. You get 2 of these. So when you get your package from Herd and Grace, it comes to you frozen in a beautiful box with ice. And when you get it, you take the meat, you put it in the freezer. And then all you do is take out what you want to eat the night before and put it in the refrigerator to thaw. And you have this incredible quality protein. These are the people who supply all of the best restaurants. And they started inviting us at home to order the meat during COVID because the restaurants weren't open. And lucky us, we now get to have this incredible meat from Herd and Grace. I partnered with them. How long has it been, Grace? Like 2 years, maybe?
Oh gosh, I've been enjoying the gifts.
So Herd and Grace, there are a couple of locations here in Los Angeles. And in fact, they just opened their brand new store and they're having the grand opening on Saturday, August 22nd. I will be there. So if you guys are around and want to come by the grand opening, the tickets are on my website at carolinehg.com, as is the So Long Summer box. So again, you get 2 of these outside cut skirt steaks. You also get 2 of these Cape Grim brochettes. I love this. This is kind of like sleeper, one of my favorite cuts, because The brochette is the end cut of the filet mignon. Happen to love filet mignon. It's a lean cut, but it's so tender and delicious. You can use this on skewers. You can use it in quick stir fries. I love this. And you get, one comes in the box, the other comes as a free gift. So you get 2 of those. You also get, my favorite. This is the Wagyu beef and the Iberico pork ground. It's a 50-50 blend. You will see me making meatballs from this. That is my favorite meatball blend. And then...
Somebody just made meatballs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, last week.
Amazing. Okay, so this is the beautiful oishai shrimp. This oishai in Japanese means delicious. These shrimp are unreal. They're a beautiful size. They have the shells on, but they have been cleaned and deveined. So they go from frozen to spectacular surf and turf. I love this product. You guys know I am normally not happy about farmed seafood, but this company, the way they farm it, they have all the water purification factors to make sure that you're actually getting a cleaner product than you might get otherwise. If you've got a farm company and you don't know what that water is like, I say pass. Been pleasantly, deliciously surprised with these shrimp. Look at this. It's this is 2 pounds of shrimp. But that's not all. This is the marquee, brand new to me, because I have not made this for you before. This is the Bella Cattle Picanha. Now, if you guys ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse, this is the meat. It has this very special fat cap on the top. So when you cook this, the fat melts into the meat. That sounds really good, right? So you get this. This is a Wagyu. And guess what? For those of you who are like, why do you talk about meat that's not from America? Why can't we have great meat from America? Well, we could have meat from America. Well, how about American meat? Guess what? This is American. This is from a wonderful company called Bella Cattle. And listen, we don't discriminate on what country it is. What we care about, how are the animals treated? How are the animals raised? What kind of food are they eating? How pure is their environment? The grass they eat, the barley that they might eat if it's finished for more marbling, the water. So that's why so much of the meat at Herd and Grace comes from Tasmania or Robbins Island or Australia, because the conditions are pristine and the animals are treated with so much respect. They live their lives on these huge acres of grass. They're not shoved into feedlots or have inhumane treatment and just stuffed with corn. I really care about how humanely and the quality of the meat. If I'm going to eat meat and thank the animal for the sacrifice, I want it to be good. And I want it to be something that I can feel good about. So these are the farmers that they support at Herd and Grace. And that's what I love. They curate all the best products from around the world. So just you wait till I make this picanha I'm going to need some kind of Brazilian help. So if you're Brazilian, hit me up, DM me. So this is your box. This is 3 pounds. This is 2 pounds of shrimp. You have your ground. You get 2 of these because remember, 1 is a free gift. And you get 2 of these skirt steaks. And the whole box is $250. And they are going to pay for the shipping. So it's going to come to you, express shipping in that beautiful box to make sure that it gets to you and all this meat is still cold. And then you put it in your freezer and you are going to be eating well for the rest of summer. So that's what we're making today. That's how we started. I'm going to put this back in the freezer.
Need a hand?
Sure, thank you. So the outside freezer, there's a spot there. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, so let's make the chimichurri. We've moved from Brazil to Argentina. Argentina, we went to Argentina maybe 10 years ago. Oh my God, you guys, the meat in Argentina is so good. It's one of their expertise is raising beautiful meat. And chimichurri is an herb sauce. It's made with parsley and a little oregano and garlic and olive oil, and it's delicious. So I have some chopping to do because you start with a lot of parsley. So let's get some parsley happening here. Maybe I don't need all of this. I could be chopping into all of eternity. You don't have to worry about getting rid of all the stems, but you are going to want a nice fine dice on it. So Grace, tell me who's here today. What's going on?
Someone wanted to know how much the Herd and Grace package was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not say?
You mentioned it, but
it's $250, and it comes to you with free shipping and handling, and you get the extra package of those filet mignon brochettes as a free gift.
yeah, people are pumped.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, we try to put together good value boxes for you, but it's a very high-end meat, so not everyone can afford that type of meat. It might be that you save this meat for special occasions, and you have this maybe, once a week, and you get the rest of your meat from your local butcher or grocery store. But it is a really, if you can afford it, it is a beautiful luxury, and I'm very proud to be associated with Herd and Grace. They're really good people, and they just do a really good job curating food. It's no different than me when I go out and find what I love for olive oil or what I like for supplements. I love good quality, and I love a fair price. Fair doesn't mean cheap. Fair is a value for what you are getting. And I think their pricing is very fair. And the meat is just so good. So good.
I so appreciate when you do a meat recipe because it's so intimidating to me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Meat. Okay, you and Camellia are going to have to do some steak classes with me because Camellia said the same thing. Her boyfriend really loves meat, and he was here when I made the big tomahawks. And he almost cried. He was like, "That's the," and listen, he's a worldly kid. He's a man, but he is a worldly guy, and he's eaten at a lot of places. And he said that is the best steak I've ever had. So that's what you get when you're getting the meat from Herd and Grace. And what I bring you in the boxes, I try to combine some expensive cuts and some value cuts so that the whole box feels like it's a good value. The picanha is a Wagyu. That is a very expensive piece of meat. So you know what? Then I give you a couple value cuts, but I show you how to cook them in a way that it's not like you're going to be thinking like, this tastes good for a value piece of meat. You're just going to say that tastes great. And like, my God, ground beef, I can do amazing things with ground beef. But the way the meat tastes, the amount of fat that's in it, the quality really matters. So, okay, so we have all of our beautiful.
Is this Italian parsley?
This is flat leaf Italian parsley. Nice. Yes. And I really only use curly parsley for, like tabbouleh. Otherwise, I almost always use Italian parsley. I like the flavor better. I also just think it's prettier. Okay, that's going to be. We could chop it a little more finely, but I think it's good. Okay, here we go. So you're going to put this into a nice glass bowl, and then traditionally, you can make chimichurri from a combination of herbs. Sometimes people use mint, sometimes people use cilantro. The most traditional, I would say, is parsley and fresh oregano. So I have some beautiful fresh oregano, and I just took off the stems. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to chop. If any of you would like to come to the grand opening of Herd and Grace in their new store, you can go to carolinehg.com and you can get tickets there. You can also just DM me and I'll send you a ticket because I would love for you to come. So I will be there sous chefing for my friends and helping pass out samples. I'll have my book there if anybody wants to come and get a book. But they do a great job at these events. And there's not a ton of community. So when you have a chance to actually go to a store in LA and actually meet the people who, I love that because it's a little more rare in a big city. We were just talking about that with Lua because she just came here. And, it takes a while to find your community in LA. Here we go. There's our oregano. Nice. So come meet the meat people at this weekend. It's in West LA. I think they're on Olympic now. Okay, what else is going in my... Oh, I forgot to put the lime juice in my steak marinade. Hang on. Hold your horses.
Real cooking.
Yeah. Okay. I always find it funny when you see these juicers because it looks intuitive to go like that, right?
Wait. You're kidding.
It's not. Go like this.
Really?
Yeah. Did you think it was
I've been doing it the other way.
Well, yeah, because look, this is where this is where you catch the seeds and this is where the juice comes out. So you go like this.
Oh my God. Always learning.
See?
Oh, that's so much cleaner than the mess I was making.
How many of you out there were maybe not, it's not intuitive.
No.
I mean, the holes make it intuitive, but you just ignored those, didn't you? This is a really juicy lime. That's a lot of lime. But because I'm cooking it so soon, I'm not worried about over liming it. I wouldn't want to use that much acid if I were cooking this tomorrow because when you use acid, like lemon or lime juice in a marinade, it breaks down the tendons and it can get broken down, which will make it mushy. So with that kind of citrus, you can just add it in the last hour of the marinade, or if I were marinating this for 3 or 4 hours, I wouldn't worry about it. But for overnight, it's a little too long. Same with chicken. Don't over lemon your chicken in advance. It makes it mushy, guys. Okay. Guess what? It's done again. All right, now we are going to finish chimichurri. Let's talk about, I'll get the garlic in there since that's all ready. And then we're going to talk about chilies because there are, usually you see a red chili in a chimichurri. Sometimes if I can't find a red chili, I will use a jalapeno or a serrano. So I just want to show you what these different chilies look like. And the garlic gets strong in this, so you don't need, the raw garlic gets pretty strong in there. Okay, so you can use a Fresno chili. I don't know if this is a Fresno chili, guys. This might be a ripened, so I don't know. Can someone tell me? Fresno, but
yeah.
A Fresno chili. I have a whole chili guide. It's helpful. This is a jalapeno. This is not very spicy. So if you or someone you say, I really like it very spicy, this is a jalapeno. Not that spicy. If you're a spicy girl like me, not that spicy. My friend Cece would die if I gave this to her. She can't have any spice. This is a serrano. Now you're walking up the ladder of heat. And I love a serrano. So you can decide, but for a chimichurri, I like the way the red looks in there because it says, hi, I'm the special girl in the middle of all the herbs. So I am going to use this one. And then, of course, you also have these like super mild. These are little sweet baby bell peppers. So if you wanted no spice, you could also use something like that. I just like to have them out because they're delicious. Okay, so the thing that's important with a chili is that you do not want to use the seeds because the seeds are a totally different intensity for heat. So you can slice this in half and scoop it out with a fork, or this is my handy dandy zester. And I don't know, one day I decided to use this as a tool to get the, look at this. It just comes out so nicely.
Oh my gosh, that's so smart. Another tool
It's
redefined.
And then you can rinse out the middle just to make sure that you get the rest out of there. And then we're going to chop this very fine dice on the chili. You do not want a, I can move this if you want me to. You don't want a big chunk of chili because that's going to be too much. Also, when you're chopping things, you're looking to make a similar size for everything. And that is important just for how something looks and also how it tastes. So you can see I'm just making very thin scores down. She's a little tough. I'm going to go on the underside. There we go. So this helps me to get it thin to start with. And then I'm going to cut it in a crisscross pattern. And then we go across this way. Now, I never learned to cut properly. You're supposed to use your knuckles. It feels weird to me. It's like Grace putting the lime in the wrong way. But you're supposed to use your knuckles as a guide like this. I didn't learn the right way. It's hard to undo now. But as long as I look down and don't try to look at you guys, I'll be fine. So, but learn your knife skills early the proper way. You do want to choke up on your knife like this. You don't want to hold it back here. You want to choke up like that. You also really want a good sharp knife. There is nothing more dangerous than a dull knife. You can cut people always say, oh, I'm worried I'm going to cut myself with that sharp knife. Worry if the knife is dull because that's when it slips. So nice fine chop here.
Is this a new knife?
This knife, it just a couple years ago, it was a gift. Really good. Zwilling. Thank you, Zwilling. It's their Japanese chef's knife, and I love it. If you are interested in this knife, it's on my Shop My page, and I'll send you a link. So just DM me, and I'll send you the link. The way that works when you guys ask me for things, if I have them on my little page, if you buy it through my link, they send me a little thank you for the referral. So if you learn about it and want to buy it through my link, I don't mind. I don't mind getting a thank you for that. Okay. I may not need this, but what am I going to do with half a chili? Either waste it or put it in the refrigerator, and it's going to be in there for 3 weeks until I find it and say, what the hell is this? And then throw it away and wonder where my small container is that's been hiding this little chili that was never going to be used again anyway. So I like a little spice. So, and actually, unlike all the other chilies I showed you today, this is the only one that I'm just not sure how spicy it is. But I don't think it's very spicy. A lot of times, the red chili and the green chili that are side by side, it's the same chili, but one is picked before it's ripe and the red one is ripe. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Cute.
Your grandpa was a farmer?
Well, not like farmer, but he had a little farm
In Spain?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here we go. We have the parsley, the oregano, the garlic, the chili, and now we're going to use olive oil. I'm going to use a really good oil because this is not for cooking. Hold on, I need my dish towel. It's not for cooking. This is something that's for finishing. And so this is one of my beautiful fresh pressed oils. It's also on my link tree if you want it. And the flavor that you get from a fresh pressed oil, these come out of Spain and they're spectacular. And I know we're in Argentina, we're in Spain, but at least they speak the same language, just a different accent.
Reminder, we're making chimichurri. Yeah.
Chimichurri. Okay. That was, thank you for your sacrifice, all those trees, for making this chimichurri. It tastes so good. But I had to use you because like the meat is so good that I had to have an equally good olive oil. Thank you, all those trees. Okay. Then we need a little bit of red wine vinegar. Just a splash. This is your acid. You know, in another version, you might be using mint and lemon juice. You want about 3 tablespoons. So this is where you get the tang. Okay, then we are going to add the salt and pepper. So, good amount of salt. I'm going to use. Yep. Okay. I'm going to follow my recipe because I trust that woman who wrote the recipe. This is the good salt. Don't use one of those table salts. I'm going to use a good salt for this. And then we need a freshly cracked black pepper. It really makes a difference if you crack your black pepper. And could you do this with a pepper grinder? Yeah, but it's going to take you a long time. And you want this coarse. So I have my whole peppercorns here, mortar and pestle. It's a great way to get out your aggressions. And we're just grinding here. Because you don't want any peppercorns that are whole. That's a turnoff. But like cracked, just like a nice large crack. Now, the way this just like pow in your mouth brings out on the meat and the thing. It's so good. Okay, so that's my cracked black peppercorns, and you use a good amount in here. Okay, here we go. I guess I gotta clean off that cutting board. But you know what? I told you guys, it's not a cooking show. Not an influencer. I just turn on the camera when I cook. So it looks very real because it is. This is how we actually do it. Okay, now we're going to just give this a nice stir, and then I'm going to cook that meat for you. Okay, so this is the chimichurri. You in here, girls? Yeah. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. It's also super healthy for you. All these herbs, really healthy for you. And this is an incredible topping for fish. It would be great on that shrimp. You can use it on meat. You can use it on vegetables. So this will keep in the fridge now. And so bright and fresh. You can taste it for seasoning, see if you want it a little spicier, if you need a little salt, or if you want a little more vinegar. I'm going to finish stirring before I taste it, but this looks amazing.
I'm glad you added the whole Fresno. The red looks really nice.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. What does she say?
She wanted to be in there.
She says me.
Yeah. She wanted to be seen.
We also love a monochromatic moment, but... Okay, so this looks great. You know, some people like it more oily. Some people like it so that it's, you know, I think this actually looks quite good. It's so vibrant. Damn, the woman knows how to cook. That is so good. I love it. Okay, I'm going to let this to the side. I'm going to turn on the stove over here, and I'm going to get my grill pan heating up because it's a whole field trip down to the grill. I'm not doing it. So this is what's happening. You guys want to repo. This is going to take a minute to heat up.
Nice.
And get my fan on. You get in there okay? It's a quick cook, so it doesn't take too long.
Do you want to be in the grill?
I don't care.
Okay.
You can just be on me for now, and then we'll go there when
Okay.
it's time.
Okay, cool.
But you got to get this pan really hot. The pan has to really be hot because, oh, you know what, Grace? I think if I do it on this back burner, maybe we won't have. Can you see back there? Is it okay? Or is it better out here? Maybe it will keep the alarm from going off.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let's let that get heated. So questions, comments, what's going on? Do you guys have any questions about this box from Herd and Grace? Do I have parsley in my teeth?
No.
Just keep an eye. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this meat. Not with you, my friend. Between the air conditioning and the... Okay, so the outside skirt steaks, that's what we're having here. This is one package. The other package is in the freezer. Butcher's cut. It has that loose grain, which helps it to absorb the marinade. You want to cook this on a high heat. You just sear it for a couple minutes on each side. Tasmanian raised, pasture raised steer, clean air, rich grazing, and this one is like a super easy, throw it on the grill. You're going to have dinner made very quickly. The picana, that's the expensive one with the fat cap on it. It is by a company called Bella Cattle, and Bella Cattle is the Wagyu American Wagyu company, and unbelievable great quality. So that piece, the picana or the sirloin cap they call it, this is what's traditional in Brazilian steakhouses. So that's the centerpiece of this box. They have an award-winning lineage and all-American. The fat cap stays intact on the meat, which is the whole point. So you can salt it, or you can score it, or you can cut it into slices, but that fat cap cooks into the meat as it goes, and it's delicious. Very buttery and amazing, amazing piece of meat. The oishai shrimp, that 2-pound bag, this is hand processed, cleaned, and deveined, so it makes it super easy for you to use. Sweet, buttery, firm, incredible, and they have a 3-star Best Agua Culture Award on the quality of the water and the purity of the water. So, if provenance is your thing, this is where you want to get your shrimp. You also have the Wagyu and Iberico ground meat, great for meatballs, great for whatever you're using your amazing ground beef for. And then you get the filet mignon brochettes as your free gift. 2 packages. It's the trim cuts of the filet mignon. Absolutely delicious. Highly recommend on skewers or a quick way to toss up your meat. So this is your end of summer box. Get it for Labor Day so you have all of this great meat to serve. It's $250 for the entire box, and that includes free shipping and those 2 free gifts. So that's cool. You put that over there, honey. Okay, so
Someone was asking the difference between a skirt steak versus a flank.
similar in that they both have that grain style, but they just come from slightly different parts of the cow. I think the skirt steak is a little more tender. The flank steak is bigger. And the outside skirt steak is the best of the 3. Bruce wooed me on flank steak. Bruce has a stuffed flank steak recipe because it has a pocket in it, or I guess you can cut a pocket in it. And he stuffed it with like this oh my God, it was like a mashed potato, amazing, like mirepoix and mashed potatoes, and then it like cooks, and I'll have him make it for you sometime. Delicious. It was like one of Suzanne's recipes that she taught him, and he was super proud. Okay, let's see. Now, when I cook this meat for you guys, I'm not going to cook all of it because I want to actually let it marinate a little bit longer, but I want to cook a piece for you so that you get the vibe here. Okay, so that is feeling good. You ready? You in, Grace?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Here.
I want to hear how that, yeah.
Sure.
Does that sound good? That sounds good. Okay, and I just want to check how long I'm cooking this. 3 to 4 minutes for medium rare. Okay. So when you take it out of the marinade, just let it drain off a bit, because if you cook it, if there's too much marinade in it, you won't get that high sear. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to let this cook for about 3 minutes. Okay.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh my God, it really smells great.
Is the fan on? Fan confirmed.
Go, fan.
Fan's on.
Okay.
Thanks, Mary.
Okay. I'm gonna cover this and put it in the fridge. Hold on.
It smells so good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It totally
Amazing.
just lit up.
Look at this cuteness.
Oh, cute.
These are these
See you later.
These are these beeswax. They're reusable, and then you don't have to use plastic for all those like odd shaped containers that you have. Okay, so I'm putting this in the fridge. Oh, sorry. No, it's okay. How long has it been?
I think like
It's only been 1 minute?
maybe.
God, it feels like it does not need 3 minutes. It just feels like a thin little piece of steak. I'm going to go 2 minutes. Tell me when it's 2 minutes. You know how long you cook your meat? The more you practice, it's been 2 minutes. Okay, the more you practice, the more you get a feel for it. Because I can tell you that this is 3 or 4 minutes, but they all vary a little bit. You coming in? Here we go. Every piece of meat is going to vary a little bit in size. Okay, that's going to need probably a minute. Here, give me your phone. That's the shot. Amazing. Okay. And then, of course, you have to let your meat rest before you cut into it, because if you don't, it will drain all over the place. You guys can repo back here.
Okay.
I'm just going to clean off my... You know what we don't have? We don't have Bruce Summers to pour us a glass of wine. It's been a minute. Okay. I'm just going to get this cleaned off. Okay. And I can see like how that, I'm just going to give it another 30 seconds. I can see how the marinade is caramelizing under there. It's really good. Amazingly good. To set the stage. Okay. Okay, let's take her off. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to let this rest here. Hi, honey. We're going at like 6:30, between 6:30 and 7. So, yeah, we're in the middle of the live. Hello, Violet Summers. We're just going to let this rest now for a few minutes. So I'm just going to move her over here. I'm going today to see a friend of mine. I'm super excited. Sorry, a major shot, not great, but I had to move her. You guys know I've talked about one of my favorite restaurants, Da Michele. Da Michele is one of the most famous pizza places in the entire world in Naples. So if you ever get a chance to be at the original, that is really a special treat. Neapolitan pizza. They have, I think, 3 items on the menu. They have the marinara, they have the margherita, and then they have the double cheese margherita. And that's it. And there's a line out the door that's 45 minutes long, and it's worth it. And it's absolutely perfect. So they ended up opening a Da Michele in Hollywood. And my friend Francesco owns it. And we became friends because Bruce and I are there pretty much every Friday night. And it's where I had my birthday party. I love this place. It feels like home to me. And the reason it feels like home is because Francesco knows how to design a restaurant in a way that it feels like your own extended living room and there are other people there and you're eating amazing food. So he also has a restaurant here in West LA called Florence Osteria, and it's incredible. He's got the most amazing chef, and the chef here is able to do more upscale Italian recipes, because he said people come to Da Michele, all they want is the pizza and the pasta, which is amazing, and it is why you go, but he has so many other incredible recipes. So we opened this other restaurant, and there's a huge olive tree in that backyard patio, and he has live music there, and it's just such a vibe. So Francesco follows me on Instagram. I'm always humbled when like these people who are major like chefs or business people. And he has a new hotel opening in Italy that is a totally sustainable, eco-friendly, it's going to be a wellness center in Italy. And he said, I'd really like to speak with you. So we are going to Florence Osteria tonight. And I said, I'm going to bring my Italian daughter, Violet. So Bruce couldn't come because he's in Rome. But how exciting. How exciting to be a person who knows how to create so many wonderful things. And he does a really good job. So I'm hoping that someday you'll see me there and we might be able to share an experience there as well. So, okay. Well, would you get me a spoon right under the microwave, one of those gold spoons? Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to set up this cute little display over here. Thanks, honey. The big one, yeah. Thanks. So when you serve this, you can serve the chimichurri on the side, or you can put a little ramekin on each plate, or you can serve it like this. I'm going to make a little side dish here. You can also serve skirt steak as an appetizer. I have a recipe in my cookbook, Served, where I serve it as an appetizer with a peanut sauce, and I serve that sometimes before I'm having Asian meals, and it is a delicious little treat. So you can do it with a skewer and a little dipping sauce. You can also serve this with some asparagus and rice, and it's a beautiful dinner. You just don't want to rush cutting it, which takes a little patience, but it's only $5.50, so we can chat for a bit. If you cut your meat too quickly and you don't let it rest, when you rest your meat, that's when all the juices reabsorb into the meat. If you cut it too quickly, all the juice will run out onto your cutting board, and that is not where you want it. So at least 10 minutes on the rest. So who knows how many minutes. I'm going to guess it's been 4.
You totally tricked us.
Why?
I mean, leaving the meat like that, telling a little story, and now here we are.
But guess what? How many
But you
forks?
have to
How
do
many
it.
forks do you see there, Grace?
I mean,
I see 3 forks.
I only get the best.
So everyone is getting a bite. All the helpers, and I have my platter all ready here. So I'll just pull this over here so it's ready. And this is going to be. Oh, it just smells so good. And then
Everything's
you
so-
also want a nice finishing salt. I think this is really well seasoned already. But the reason, it's like, Caroline, you already salted that, and you already salted that. You have to salt all the layers in your food in order for it to truly taste seasoned. So what happens with this, as we cut this, the inside parts are not seasoned. So that's why the outside, when people say, oh, I love that end cut, because it's got all the flavor, it's got all the seasoning in it. So after you cut it, you want to give it that finishing salt because the inside pieces don't have the same amount of flavor. So layer, 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 that's how you get all the flavor. Good?
It's worth the wait.
Now, the other thing that you want to do with any steak, meat where they say cut across the grain. So if you see the grain means like the stripes that you see in the meat. So if you see the stripes are going this way, you want to cut it this way. So you don't want to cut, if you're cutting with the grain, it's not going to be as tasty of a bite. So you always are cutting against the grain. So this one, you can see the grain is going this way. So when I cut this, I'm going to cut it diagonally this way. Can you see that? That's what we mean when we say cut against the grain. Can you see how it's this way? The grain is this way. So if I were to cut it straight like this, I would be cutting with the grain. But I want to cut against the grain, so I'm going to cut it on an angle like that. I think it's almost time.
New tip.
How many minutes has it been? Do you know?
It's been at least 5 since we talked, since you said.
It's
yeah.
been 7? Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We can keep talking.
I
Keep
never
talking.
actually knew that's why you made it rest. Like, I always do it because I've been told to do it, but I never understood why.
Yeah.
I've never
So
had the
Louis' dad
patience.
Louis' dad is a great cook. So she's grown up in Spanish. So she's grown up with great cooking. And she's also, she went to school for production design production design. So I was like, you might be a good fit here while you're in LA. So you guys know Maria had her baby. So she is taking care of her sweet little baby. I haven't heard from her. I think she's just, and she deserves to take as long as she wants with that baby. And it's nice because Louis is here now and helpful. And she's now cutting videos for me. And, we've got a nice little team because Grace has kind of been the everything helper here. So nice for Grace to have a little bit of help too. All right. I think we can cut this now. Feels like it is time. Okay. See how we did on our cook. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful. I like my skirt steak, definitely medium rare, but a little more to the rare side myself. It's very easy to overcook, but this looks stunning. But you really want that hot grill or a hot pan to get that nice char on the outside, because that's where the magic comes with your marinade too. Look at that. Because the marinade caramelizes with that high heat. Oops, now I'm starting to cut with the grain. You can see it. I gotta move here. There we go. Oh, I can't wait to just jump in and take a taste of this.
According to the comments, you have a lot of people coming over to get a bite.
Yeah, that looks gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that.
I can't believe we get to try this.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to line this up in a nice little fan on here. And then you remember we need the salt. Too many limes. Okay. I'll give you a shot before we eat. Okay, let me get this. Nice and fanned here. The eye eats first, so make it pretty. As you can see, I added just a little bit of color on the plate. Okay, now I have to get this cleaned up so that I don't ever put raw meat on my wooden cutting boards. I have separate cutting boards for the raw meat. People get concerned about bacteria, as you should. But I do have a rule about any raw meat on my cutting boards. Okay, so we have this. We have a nice lime. Now we're going in with the final little bit of sea salt. And I'm going to put, did you guys get your shots before the sauce? Because here comes the chimichurri.
Nice.
I'm going to put this right across the middle here. I'll go this way so you can. A little bit of that oil, all those fresh herbs, garlic. Wow, that's pretty. How inviting does that look? Wow. Okay. All right, so this is the first recipe that I'm doing for you in your So Long Summer Herd and Grace box. It's at carolinehg.com. And I think we have to have a bite now. So, guys, bite shot. Anyone?
Let's.
Grace, bite shot.
Yum.
Okay. Here we go. Get in. Well, this is too big of a bite. That's a Bruce Summers bite.
Those are small ones.
Party on.
That meat is really good.
So good.
That's delicious.
No, it was perfect.
Happy graduation.
Well done.
Happy graduation. Thank you.
Perfect graduation.
Thanks for joining me. Thank you for joining me today on Caroline's Table. If you want more information, go to carolinehg.com. And if I have parsley in my teeth, it is for a very good reason. You can look for the recipes on Substack. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.